Hello, happy World Book Day, and today I'm going to be reading The Smeds and Smoos by Julia Donaldson and Axel Scheffler. By the Lubula Lake on a far-off planet, there lived a young Smed, and her name was Janet. Not far away on a humpty hill, there lived a young Smoo by the name of Bill. Janet, like all the other Smeds, was red, and this is what her grandfather said. Never, never play with the Smoos. They sleep in holes. They wear strange shoes. They jump about like kangaroos. Never, never play with the Smoos. Bill, like the other Smoos, was blue, and these are the words of the grandmother Smoo. Never, never play with the Smeds. They have strange hair upon their heads. They sleep in funny things called beds. Never, never play with the Smeds. The Smeds on their lake liked nothing better than splashing about and getting wetter and wetter. But Janet grew bored with this watery play, and early one morning she tiptoed away. The Smoos jumped about on their humpty hill. They bounced up and down till it never stood still. But Bill was beginning to think, this is boring. So early one morning he set off exploring. Janet met Bill in the wool-piled wood, where the truckles grew tall and the glumpums smelt good. The two rubbed Antony and played all day long. She told him a story, he sang her a song. Then they climbed to the top of a gerberry coot and nibbled its juicy and jelly-full fruit. Till who shall disturb them but Grandfather Smed, shaking his fist as he angrily said, Never, never play with the Smoo. There's such a nasty shade of blue. For the 100th time I say to you, never, never play with the Smoo. Grandmother Smoo was close behind, and this is how she spoke her mind. Never, never play with the Smed. There's such a dreadful shade of red. I'll say again what I've always said. Never, never play with the Smed. Years went by on the far-off planet. Janet missed Bill, and Bill missed Janet. But off they crept whenever they could to sing and play in the wool-piled wood. The two of them grew and decided to wed. But what do you think their grandparents said? Never, never marry a Smoo. They're such a beastly bunch. They're a crazy crew. They drink black tea. They eat green stew. Never, never marry a Smoo. Never, never marry a Smed. My dearest child, are you off your head? They drink pink milk. They eat brown bread. Never, never marry a Smed. Janet and Bill stole out that night while their family slept and the screen shone bright. They clambered into the Smed's red rocket. Grandfather Smed had forgotten to lock it. Bill pressed the button. Janet slid. When the families woke, they had both disappeared. The Smed said, Your Bill must have stolen our Janet and taken her off to a distant planet. The Smoo said, It's Janet who's stolen our Bill and lured him away from the humpty hill. The Smoos climbed into the rocket of blue, and they said to the Smeds, You'd better come too. Suspicious and scowling, they soared into space. till they reached planet Virgin, a dry, dusty place. The Vums had long arms which waved in the air, but they didn't have news for the runaway pair. The next stop was Lurgostop, covered in roses and watered by beasts with small eyes and long noses. They touched down on Grimbletosh, coated in grime. They searched planet Glurch and found nothing but slime. One morning the Smoos had found out they'd run out of tea. So the Smeds shared their milk, which was pink as could be. The grandfather Smed said, "My hair needs a trim," and grandmother Smed, Smoo, kindly cut it for him. They landed on Skaloop, where the Skloopies wore kilts. They then flew to Klaboo, where the Clabs walked on its stilts. They searched all year long. Then they searched longer still, but they didn't find Janet, and they didn't find Bill. "Alas," said the Smoos. "Alack! We failed our quest. We'd better turn back." So they turned and flew home to their very own planet, and far down below they saw Bill and Janet. The rocket touched down, and they ran to the wood, where the truckles grew tall and the glompums smelt good. And there in a glade by the rocket of red was a runaway Smoo and a runaway Smed. They got lost and flown home again, only to find that all the others had left them behind. There was joy, jam, and jumping, and Janet said, "Maybe you'd like to make friends with our dear little baby." "A baby? A red one or a blue one?" But no, what colours makes blue and red? Will be your answer. That baby was purple from head to toe. They hugged the Smoo Smed, their new baby brother, and Grandpa, Gran, and Gran even hugged one another. They laughed and they splashed and they danced with delight, and they played with that baby from morning till night. They made him a rattle, they made him a flute, they fed him the fruit from the gerberry coot. Then they sang by the light of the silvery scroon, and you can sing too if you make up a tune. Play with the Smeds and play with the Smoos. Play with whichever friends you choose. Then close your eyes, and while you snooze, dream of the Smeds and dream of the Smoos. To all the children in Europe, thank you lots for listening and reading my stories.